me finish.
Okay, well, I thought I had, but go ahead.
Okay, y'all, let's take turns and let each other finish.
Welcome to Let Me Finish, the podcast where three minds give their unfiltered and sometimes unpopular opinions on all the craziness going on in our lives and in this world. We're your hosts, Jillian,
Janice.
And Michael.
Settle in and let's take a deep dive.
Okay, and we are back with another episode of Let Me Finish. This is episode 71.
Woot!
I'm like, yeah, come on, guys, cheer.
We did it.
Jillian, cheer.
Okay. Yay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well,
It's been a long
I'm
week.
excited for 71. Okay. So, yeah, so this week we're gonna jump right in, I think. Let's just jump right in. We're gonna play a game. We're gonna do Would You Rather, I think, and we're just gonna pick some random ones out of our book.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, I think
Do it. Do that one.
that's disgusting. I don't think it will work for me, for Michael. It's about boobs.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, it's weird though. As a woman, be totally flat-chested with saucer-sized nipples,
No.
or have huge breasts with no nipples. Like, get out of here.
I'd rather have no nipples.
Jeez, yeah, you can go get them tatted on or something.
Yeah. I'll find a workaround, but
Okay. This one's silly. Okay, that one's silly. Wake up nude and unharmed on a park bench and have no idea how you got there. Expecting a costume party, dress as a giant banana for a black tie affair and have to stay the whole night.
The second one.
But then you're nude. I'm on the bench. I'm nude. I have to run somewhere. Where am I gonna get home? I'm nude.
That's why I'm picking the second one.
Oh, I thought you were saying the first one.
No, the second one.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'd
think
be
I'd
like,
rather be in the banana.
y'all messed up the invitation.
I'd rather be in the banana outfit.
The banana outfit, at least I'm clothed.
Yeah.
I have a good one. Mm-hmm. Would you rather? This is gonna be a tough one for all of us.
All of us.
Okay.
Would you rather never, ever, ever, ever be able to have any seasoning on any food ever again? So it's plain chicken, plain,
Can't choose
no
that one.
seasoning.
Or you was really about to fuck us up.
Or have severely loud burps at any given moment. At work, in the middle of the night, when you're with your man, no matter what, it's like,
Burp, 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 burp.
I'll take the burp.
Yeah, like I'd just be like,
For real?
fair warning, my burps are disgusting. I'm a disgusting person. But I can't have flavor. I have to have flavor in my food.
Yeah.
I pick the.
That's like a torture. That's torture for the rest of your life.
I know, but I pick that. I don't want to burp.
Oh no, I need
I
seasoning
mean,
on
it
my
would be totally different if you were like
That means
fart.
you can never
Yeah.
go to a
A
restaurant.
bird is like, oh, so sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it slipped right out. Oh.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I
Y'all
would
wouldn't
talk
pick-
that one
No.
off.
The
more
seasoning
so.
one, you can't do
I
that.
have to have seasoning.
I gotta have
I gotta
seasoning.
eat. I wouldn't even want to eat. Actually,
Just imagine just
help me
having
lose some
boiled
weight.
chicken
Help me
breast.
lose some weight.
Okay.
So maybe, I don't know.
No, I need seasoning. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those
Just
boiled
imagine
chicken breasts.
having boiled chicken. Oh,
Those things look
Yeah.
really
no
unappetizing.
salt, no pepper,
No salt, no
nothing.
pepper,
Nah,
nothing.
mm-mm. No,
It ain't for you.
it's not for me.
Well,
Oh, wow. This is an interesting one because we just talked about our reunion or last week. Go to your high school reunion, a multimillionaire, but 200 pounds overweight. Or poor, but in perfect shape.
Jillian.
I'd rather be a millionaire.
I'll go ahead and, yeah.
I'd rather
What
be
do
a
you say?
millionaire.
I picked the millionaire.
I take the millionaire because I can do things to lose weight.
Yeah, I'll get Ozempic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a millionaire. Can you just cut it up, cut it off?
Chop it off. Chop it off.
Chop this shit off.
No, I rather have money. I'm sorry.
Yeah, or I just stay 200 pounds heavy.
Yeah, even if I say 200.
Push it for the cushion.
Yeah, push it for the cushion. You should. First of all, men are gonna come. I'm a multi-millionaire.
For real.
Even if you're using me for my money, baby.
Just
Oh.
use me.
Ew. Okay. Lick the head of a bald Harley biker after a sweaty race. Oh, God. Or lick the surface of an entire car hood that hasn't been washed in a month? Obviously.
The sweaty head.
I'm going to take the sweaty head.
Yeah.
I'm not licking the whole fucking hood. That's just straight dirt. That's a lot of surface.
I'm taking the sweaty head.
I'm taking the hood.
Michael said, I'm going to go with Bebop. I'm going to go with Bebop.
I ain't finna lick nobody's head.
No pun intended.
Y'all, this a PG show, okay?
Yeah, like, oh, our moms listen to this, Michael. But that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, one little lick on the head, that'd be a very little lick. I'm just
It's
gonna,
just like done.
as we're doing it to the microphone. Oh, God. Y'all, this is the moment where I'm glad we don't do video right now.
Yeah. One day.
One day we will, but. Jillian, do you have one?
Let me see. Let me pick one from the book.
Here, okay. Jillian's gonna pick one from the book. That book's crazy. Oh, you like that one?
Would you rather, knowing you will die tomorrow, spend your last night drinking with your friends, or have sex with your favorite movie star?
The first one.
Sex with my favorite movie star.
The first one.
I'm with Janice. Sex with my favorite movie star.
Oh my God. All night long, too.
Okay, well, who would
And
your,
I'm gonna have
who
drinks
would-
with him, too.
Who would your movie star be?
Oh, I don't know.
It'll either be Michael B. Jordan or Jesse Williams.
Oh yeah, Jesse
100%.
Williams.
I pick Friends.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I mean,
I would totally abandon my friends for a man.
No, because I'm just like, me and my friends, we've had lots of
kiki.
time. We've done the kiki.
We kiki kakaka.
Yeah.
Right?
We done.
you-
I know your ish.
Oh, I'm about to make love all night to that man. All night.
Hello.
All night. And
Yeah, no, my favorite movie star for sure.
yeah. Michael, you're like, friends. Yeah, no, definitely movie star.
Okay, so quick little facts under the question. In 1980, a Las Vegas hospital had to suspend several of its employees for betting on when patients would die. That's kind of morbid. That's sick.
I'm pretty sure people do that all the time. So
A passenger jet was being knocked around by a severe thunderstorm. A white-knuckled young woman turned to the priest sitting beside her and with a nervous laugh asked, "Father, you're a man of God. Can't you do something about the storm?" He looked at her and replied, "Lady, I'm in sales, not management." That's funny.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I don't think I listened to the whole thing.
I have a good one. Well, go ahead.
I don't think I listened to the whole thing.
He goes, okay,
I think I kind of blacked out.
so I'll repeat it for you.
Oh, okay.
A passenger,
Fine.
So actually, listen. A passenger jet being knocked around by a severe thunderstorm. A white-knuckled young woman turned to the priest sitting beside her with a nervous laugh and asked, "Father, you're a man of God. Can't you do something about this storm?" He looked at her and replied, "Lady, I'm in sales, not management."
Okay, because you don't manage, you're not actually God.
He's there to sell religion, not to actually do the.
Make sure that shit works out.
Yeah. And he goes, I can't do shit about that. So I went, okay, so that just went up for Michael and
Yeah.
Janice's
Yeah.
head. Okay.
I was like-
all right. I found that very hilarious, but okay.
Okay, Michael said he has one.
I have one. Okay. Would you rather be known by everyone that knows you as wearing clothes that don't fit you, or for the rest of your life you only wear Hot Topic?
Wait, say that. Say
The
that
first
first.
one, sure. The
yeah.
first one is everyone knows you. They don't tell you to your face, but they know you as the person who wears clothes that are too tight and your belly is out, your boobs are out, like it's
Hot
too-
Topic.
Hot
or
Topic.
dress
Hot
only in Hot Topic for the rest of your life.
Hot
Topic.
Topic.
Really?
I'll
Yeah.
find something at Hot Topic.
Yeah, I don't
I'll
want
find
my
something.
body spilling out of clothes.
That I see
But
people
it
all the
fits
time.
perfectly.
They do.
Yes,
They do.
The Hot Topic fits perfectly.
yeah.
Yeah, no, they do. I've definitely seen people. I'm like, ooh, they don't fit.
That don't fit.
They don't fit, girl.
You better cover that ish.
So
Like,
because it don't matter how much you spend on that wardrobe. If it
You
doesn't
know-
fit right,
It ain't.
it's not worth it.
No.
Because you know what? Like, you know, the one place you always see people just confident and just letting it all hang out. You know where?
Where?
On vacation. Those
yeah.
people don't give a damn. They have a whole belly just hanging out.
Because
know.
Titty hanging out.
Because they're on vacation.
hanging
I'm
out.
never going to see these people ever
They
again.
don't care,
At the
man.
hotel that I work at,
They
people walk in from the pool into the lobby. I'm talking pitter patter, jitter jatter.
Everything just flip flopping around.
Everything, man titties just going up and down, belly flopping, and I'm thinking a shirt would be nice.
Just put your shirt on.
Yeah,
put
that's
your
all you have
shirt
to
on.
shirt.
Just
Yeah.
cover yourself.
Cover those man titties.
No, but on vacation, I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to live life just like you. You know, I don't care.
Yeah,
Does it look good? I don't care.
yeah. I'm on vacation.
Yeah, people on vacation don't care. I think, but it's freeing. It's liberating, right? So-
Yeah, some people shouldn't be liberated though.
Oh yeah, this one's just be considered annoying or dull.
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 Dull. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I don't want to be
I don't wanna be
annoying.
annoying.
Nobody likes annoying people.
No.
Ew. As a man, have your wife artificially inseminated by your best friend or your brother? It's like weird.
So
But-
I guess it's the other way
So
around.
it's basically
for
like
women.
if you're like if he has like a little
My-
sperm count,
Oh, best friend. It'd be
Yeah,
too
I'd-
weird if it was a brother.
because
Yeah.
technically it's his brother's child. I wouldn't want either, but I guess if I had to choose best friend,
Yeah, best friend.
you know, there's a show Brothers and Sisters that was the case. They did a circumcision and
I love
Brothers
that
and
show.
Sisters?
I love that show.
Michael, I would not have thought you would have loved that.
I'm full of surprises. That is a great show.
It is
The
such a
writing
good
is so
show.
good, and the acting
Oh,
is so good.
Me and my mom, and I think Jillian liked it
I did too.
We
I loved
and
it.
Stacy, we loved Brothers,
I
and we
ate
found
that
it on a
up.
random day.
Really?
And it was so random because I think Stacy was over, and we were just all chilling on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And early in the morning, we decided to just start the show. All of us sat around for the rest of the day watching episode after episode.
It's so good. You know what I did that on?
It is so good.
America's Next Top Model. I watched it for 9 hours straight once.
Oh, you
It was
did?
one of those marathons.
oh wow.
Which season? Who was the winner?
I don't remember. It was the Italian one, the redhead. The Vogue Italia.
See,
one.
my favorite season is when Eva and
Yes.
Yaya made it to the final. I think that was the best season.
Totally.
And she acting
Yeah.
now.
She is making her movies.
Yes. I'm just like, I'm so proud of her.
Me too.
Ooh,
What?
this one's a good one.
Okay, do it. This will be our last one.
Pick up a hitchhiker on a deserted highway or let a vagrant stay overnight in your house
Hitchhiker.
Vagrant.
because you can lock the door.
Yeah. Go take a shower. Here's some new clothes.
You guys clearly have not seen the film. I just forgot what it's called.
So you haven't either, honey.
No, there's a movie that's like that, and
He ends up being
he ends up being
a murderer.
Yeah, well,
Versus how many movies about hitchhikers or psychopaths or like real life.
The only thing
Serial
with the
killers.
hitchhiker is that's like I won't be able to keep my eye on you at all times. I'm driving,
yeah,
so I'm like at any given point you can turn around and just kill me.
it's true.
So I'm like, at least with the vagrant in the house, I can like lock myself away. I feel, but then that's so much. It's more time with the person.
But then they'll always know where you live, and they can come back.
Damn.
You're right. You're right.
But I feel like some vagrants are just down on their luck. Hitchhiker, I'm like, that's some
But
creepy
hitchhiking.
serial
But
shit.
here's the thing about hitchhikers. That was the thing to do in the 60s and 70s, and so many people did
And
not
people
get murdered.
did not get murdered. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
They were all-
nowadays, people murder people that.
right. But back then, it was all about like, you need a ride, jump on in.
Just
Want
come
some
on
acid?
in. I know, right? It's so crazy how like those kind of things go.
Yeah,
I think
it's
it was,
changed.
in any situation when you're dealing with strangers, we all have the heightened
Yes.
awareness. But I think I'll just one night, sure.
I drove a drunk kid in my car to his house because he was about to get hit by cars in the street. His friends left him. He was drunk as fuck, and he was like 23 years old. And I got out of my car and I was pushing him to the sidewalk. I was like, who are you with? And he was like, they left. And I said, where do you live? And he was like, that way. And so I was like, get in my car. And he was no threat. I could have choked him easily.
Okay.
He was no threat.
I could take him.
This was some little twink. And so I took him home, and that was that. And then I left him a note just saying, you're probably going to wonder how you got here. Nothing happened. I drove you home. Please be careful next time. Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah.
That's very nice of you.
I wanted him to be safe because he was literally someone was gonna take advantage of him because he's blonde, blue-eyed,
And he was
and
where?
he was wasted. This was in West Hollywood.
Oh, he was just wasted.
Wasted, and he was literally
Like,
stumbling in the streets, like walking in the streets,
And like can barely he's probably not
Can't
even
even-
making good eye contact with
no,
anything. He's
no,
just, like,
he was going to be
completely,
put in
blurred
jail
out.
or hit by a car or raped, who knows what. So I said,
Oh,
get in
I'm
my
so
car.
glad that you helped him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let me do the raping. I'm kidding.
Michael.
Oh my god.
Michael.
I'm totally kidding.
God, I hope he's okay.
He's totally okay. Yeah. And then,
Michael was like such a sweet guy up until.
that's why I
Yeah.
had to spice it up. I was like, oh, I'm being too sweet.
Oh shit. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back and get right into that topic, guys. Okay, so we're back and we're going to jump right into our main topic. So today we wanted to talk about, we just wanted to be a positive episode. I think last episode was maybe a little, it can bring you down, especially if you're like, I am in a rut. I am not living life. So we wanted to have an episode where we just kind of talk positively about each other, right? And so we're going to go around and we're going to talk about like 2 words that we feel like describe the other person. And we'll each go.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Positive vibes only. So, Jill?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead,
Just
Jill.
to get it out of the way. So for Janice, 2 words I use to describe her is humorous and charismatic. Because I feel like she's just she's the kind of person that I'm like, even if we weren't sisters, I feel like we'd still be friends. Because I feel like she has this really great, bubbly,
Yes.
just larger than life personality about her where,
Thanks.
when you're around her, it was just like, I know we're going to have fun.
Yeah.
We're going to laugh and we're just going to be like, and we can, even if we're having like deep conversations, like some of the stuff that be coming out of our life, like, bitch, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do be.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I always tell people, I was like,
we'll argue.
I got lucky. I always tell people, like, she's like a really dope, cool person. People are like, oh my God, you're so cool. I'm like, you haven't met my sister yet. And she's like really dope and really cool.
Aw, Jill.
Yeah. So I was just like, so I for sure
Thanks.
it's the kind
It's hard
of
for
person
me to
that
take compliments, so don't mind
Really?
me.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like to be that person.
Why?
Because I always talk about like narcissists and things, and I already feel like I don't know. I just don't want to be perceived like I know I'm great.
Well, you're not saying it. She's saying it.
I'm saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just
Thank you.
Just receive it and just know that.
Yes, that's why I need to receive.
Yes.
I need to be a better receiver.
I need to
Yeah.
receive too, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I would love
Michael,
that.
you're on something today.
Michael is a little
Totally kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm just saying.
not really
So
because I like to receive too.
So
Anyway, go ahead.
anyone that hangs out with Janice knows that she's just I will honestly say she can easily be the life of the party.
Yes.
And so I feel like
Thanks.
she's probably one of the hearts and souls of our family. So it's one of those things
Aw.
where I'm just like, because there's sometimes I'm just like, is Janice gonna be there? I'm just like, I
know
guess
my
I'll
family
come.
used to be so mean if I didn't show up to something. You don't even like us. I'm like, oh my God, I do. I just
I'm busy.
I'm busy.
Yeah. So
Well, if Janice, if you're not going, I'm like,
yeah, it's not as it's.
Sorry, I'm
saying,
popular.
I'm not saying we don't find fun things to do and we don't have a great time if
Yeah.
she's not
Yeah.
there. It's just if she just bumps it up to another level if she's around. So that's why we're just like, please
Aw.
come.
Yeah.
And then for Michael, I always, from the time he was a little kid, I've always seen him as creative and empathetic. So
Very
with
empathetic.
Michael, like I said, I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, where when I saw his play, and I'm just like, it's like he's like an actor, but like I said, he's shared more about his writing and his, and like I said, he shared it on Instagram before he snatches it back away. I'm like, I really enjoy those pieces of him when he shares that creative side of himself with everyone. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I know him. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah. And then also, like I said, with Michael being very empathetic, like you can see the dynamic on the podcast. Like me and Jenny sometimes will go at it with each other hard.
And Michael will be like, I understand
both sides. And, he's the kind of person that he will be able, I think he's able to put himself in other people's positions and try to be very understanding and try to feel what they feel. And so for that, I'm thankful for Michael, because sometimes I'd be like, can you believe what she just said to me? And he'd be like, I hear what you're saying, but I hear what she's saying too. So
I know
that.
He's a good buffer. Was it that week that you weren't here and I was like, since we don't have our buffer, I'm gonna move on from this.
Yes, I think we're
gonna go downhill from here.
Yeah, I think we were talking. It was the Ben Affleck episode.
Okay.
Yeah,
and I was like, for the sake of like us getting through this episode without killing each other.
Yes, we definitely had to monitor
here.
ourselves a little bit more, and now that you weren't there.
Well, thank you for the compliments. It's very sweet. I feel very touched. Thank you. Those are good words to describe me.
Yes, absolutely. Those are
Michael.
I didn't realize this episode was so gushy.
I know it's gonna be. It's gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah. My turn.
Yeah, your turn.
Or do you want to go, Michael?
I can go.
Yes.
Let me just pull it up. Hold on.
Okay. Made me go last. That's okay. I can do it.
Okay, Jillian, the first one I picked for you is loyal. You are the type of person.
Very loyal.
You are ride or die. So what I know about you is that if even me, I was gonna say your sister, but even me or one of like Lakin or one of her close friends were stuck, their car broke down in Louisville, 3 a.m.
Oh yeah.
You would be there in a heartbeat and you wouldn't even complain. You'd be like, I mean, I don't know what would go on in your head.
Jillian would be like, I will complain.
In my head, but we'll probably wait till the next day and be like, I can't believe you had me out here at 3 o'clock in the morning because I do love my sleep. Okay. But I'm not going to leave you stranded. No way.
No, you're dedicated. You're loyal. You give all of yourself to people. And like, I know you express like reservations about trusting certain people, but you're so giving to the people that you love. Like you give all of yourself. Like there's no part of you that's not given when you love some people.
I will say, because just like you said, like I had a situation. I got in trouble, and she is the first person I called.
Yeah.
And I knew if I called her, then she would get everybody informed and organized. I just know, let me just call Jillian. Hey girl. Hurry up, fix it.
Yeah, she's a fix-it person. Yeah.
And I was out in 4 hours.
Hey.
About 4 hours. 4 or 5
Problem
hours.
solved.
Yep.
And the other word that I used to describe you is, I was trying to find a more selective word, but the word that kept coming to mind is passionate. You have causes that you're very, very passionate about, and I admire you so much for caring. You're so invested in what you believe. And you have such a strong core that there's no shaking you. Like, you're not wishy-washy about anything. You're so
convicted in her feelings.
Yes, like exactly. You're so
in tune with what you believe.
Yeah, and your feet are on the ground. You know what I mean? Like you
I don't like that part. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So because I'd be trying to change people's mind, and then Jillian would be like, "You're not gonna change my mind." I'm like, "Damn."
Oh, I'm saying it is a good thing. Like
it is a good thing. It is a good thing. It is a good thing.
You have such conviction, and like when you care about something, like you're the type of person to volunteer. And not a lot of people do this. You're the type of person to like volunteer your time at a cause you care about. Like,
yes.
Not a lot of people do that.
And actually, I've been looking for volunteer opportunities. So if anybody knows anything.
Why don't you volunteer to do like the voting booths and stuff?
You'd be so good at that.
I've thought about that and I've actually looked into that. It's just one of those things due to the times that you would have to work at the polling booths. It really is. And that's why most of the people you see, they're much older.
Right.
It really is geared towards somebody who's retired.
That's true. That
and then
makes
also,
sense.
I feel like
if I could just do like volunteer like on weekends, I totally would do that. But I think it's a little I think they need more of
I get,
availability.
like-
Oh yeah.
And so I thought about, and I actually got a text message about like doing
volunteering.
doing
have.
phone bank.
Oh yeah.
So I've thought about, now they do have Collin County Democrats. I've looked and see if there's all volunteer opportunities there, and then also if there's like there's an organization that somebody I used to work with, she volunteered for, and I was just like, that'd be interesting to see if that's something I can do. But I'm actually looking for volunteer opportunities right now that would
great.
work with my schedule. So if anyone has any ideas
I'll let you know.
or works for organizations that would love someone to volunteer, anything like really
Part-time.
anything part-time, and like anything to do with kids or
Politics.
women or politics,
That's great.
I would love to do that. So
Okay.
thank you for bringing it up.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
I actually
will too.
see a lot of posts and stuff of things that I would do. I think that we would do similar type
Look at that.
things.
Yeah.
Volunteer. See, look at that.
Yeah.
Such a selfless person.
No, it's
Jillian.
true.
You really
yeah,
are.
that's a good word, selfless. Yeah. I was saying passionate, but I was like, what's more like specific? So selfless is a good word.
Like, she's very good. Yeah, I get it. Like, and I feel like Jillian's very informed about the things that she is
Yes.
passionate about. So it's not like somebody who's just passionate about
No,
something.
yeah, not
and it's
guitar
just like,
lessons. No,
It's just, you're not just passionate and going off of just shit you hear.
no.
She like researches it and looks into it, and like, if I'm gonna stand by this and stand on this, on like stand toe to toe with you on
I
this,
wanna know what I'm
I'm
talking
gonna know
about.
what I'm gonna know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna just spew bullshit.
Yeah,
I do
100%.
think, yeah, you're like that. That's a good thing. Very good. Not me. That's spew bullshit. So.
Well,
Bullshit.
so for you, Janice,
Oh, I forgot me.
Yes.
Ooh, skip it.
No, we're not going to skip you.
Just kidding. Don't skip me.
resilient was the
Thank
first
you.
word that came to mind.
Yeah.
You have a strength about you that I have not seen in anybody ever.
Oh my gosh.
And
Facts.
you have such
Oh.
a grace and like humility to you. You're very real. You're yourself 100% of the time. I've never known you to be someone you're not. Like
I am uniquely
you are
Janice.
uniquely
Yes.
Janice, exactly.
Exactly.
And when I say resilient, I mean like you've been through some stuff, and
Yeah.
you put that aside, and you say, okay, I gotta put my adult shoes on and keep walking forward, and like
yeah.
you're not a complainer, you're not a whiner, you're very strong.
Yeah, I
You
don't
just-
like to do that.
That's not who you are.
don't like
You're.
to.
I keep saying resilient, but that's the word. Like it's the only word that I can think of. Like pushing forward, uplifting,
Because
positive.
what else can you do?
What else can you do? But some people
Get in the fetal
don't.
position.
Right.
I mean, sometimes I want to, but
But that's human.
you always have to like take the next step, because
It's natural.
how
to
do you
want.
make it better? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I talk about people, when I mentor people, I talk to them about like things are always going to happen. It's how you react to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because things
No.
are always going to happen.
You have to You have to respond accordingly. My second word is leader. You have all the characteristics of someone that's like, I'm not just saying this to be funny, but this is true. If we were on an island, you'd be the first person to be like, Janice, what do we do? Because you got your issue. You're like, okay, we need this, we need this, we need this. Michael, you go get this. Jillian, you get this. You go do, like, you just have like this, stop saying like, you have this quality of leadership in you. Like you just
you.
exude.
Thank you.
I feel like safe in your hands. Like I
Thanks.
feel like this
Okay.
is a person who knows what she's
I would
talking
not
about.
lead you down the wrong path.
Yes.
And you're also even like at any job you have had, you're a leader. You're a team
Yeah, you
player.
always they see that talent in you and quickly move you up to leadership
roles.
Yeah.
position
Because
for
you are.
sure, because
Yeah,
it's
I have
and it's something that she is, every job she's had, she's consistently
been a
when they
leader.
see her work ethic, and
I always have really good feedback from my bosses. Yeah.
like she definitely
true.
has. That's the number one thing I think they pick out about you is your leadership qualities. So
Yeah.
excellent.
you.
Yeah. and
You know, so I just want to bring I don't mean to be negative. I hope I'm not being negative. But that was actually at my last job. One of the things they said, and it was like a whole thing, and there was some personal things I think going on with me and other people. And so one of the things that they were like, hey, we're going to move you in this role because maybe leading people is just not the best fit for you. And I said, that's literally, I've never heard that in my entire life. In fact, I've only ever heard the opposite, is that you're a natural people leader.
You are.
So I was like, maybe you don't like the way I'm leading because it doesn't fit into what you're doing.
Narrative. Yeah.
But what you're doing, I don't think is right. So I'm choosing to just, and I guess that's a leadership quality because I don't go with the grain just because it's easier.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll go against the grain if I know it's what's right.
Yeah. And I think one of the best managers I ever had, the number one thing she told us, and this is why I love her today. To this day, I think she's the best manager I've ever had. And she was the kind of person that we always had meetings, like one-on-one meetings. And she definitely was the kind of person that let me know if something's not working for you. Just because we do things this way does not mean that we should do it all the time. She goes, if you're the one who's actually boots on the ground interacting with these clients.
Sure.
So if you're saying, hey, this makes my job harder, why are we, she goes, always question why. Because if the only reason I can come back to you is that's because that's all we've always done like this. She goes, that's not a good enough reason. If your manager tells you that that's because we've always done it this way, she just,
That's not, no way.
No. And so
because how you've been doing it, that's a definition of insanity.
Yeah. So she's just like, hey, let me know if this particular thing is not working for you, take it to your manager. And if the only reason why your manager says we've always done it that way, if that's their response, that's not good enough, bring it to me. And she's the kind of person that she's made instant decisions like, no, we're not going to do it that way. You're right. There's no reason why we should be doing that. We're going to find a better system to implement to make your job easier so that you're able to better serve our clients. And she is the kind of person that she wanted.
That's the kind of boss you need. Yeah. The kind of boss that is not afraid to break molds, not afraid to, again,
challenge the status quo.
Something that isn't working, you know, or recognize it. And just because it's going to be more work for them, they just choose to ignore it. I'm willing to put the work in.
Absolutely.
Because eventually you will get to a place where everybody doesn't have to work as hard. Everybody, not just me and not just them. Right. All of us, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to bring it up because I thought it was really touching. So I had one of my reps like a week ago or so send this to me, and it was just random. She sent it to me like at 9:30 at night. She goes, leadership is never about tearing people down. It's all about helping people become the best versions of themselves. And she goes, you bringing out the best in all of us. And I was like, oh my God, that's so sweet. Because I've only been there probably like coming up on 3 months. So, and I think she had been struggling for a while before I got there. So it just warms your heart to see like, okay, somebody who is struggling, who clearly felt like is like gravitating towards me, is like, hey, you're bringing out the best in me. I'm in a more positive. I'd like to just know I'm making a difference. Know that I'm making, because everybody knows when you go to work, it's like, you go to work.
Yeah.
Like I like my department or any department or people I'm leading to like be excited, not excited to come to work, but not hate their life that they're coming to work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying you have to love it because I get it. It's still work.
Yeah.
And I think anywhere else is better being. Yeah. But I just don't want you to hate coming to work.
Of course. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Like that's why I like team bonding, team building things, like outings. I think those are important.
I agree.
And I think positive energy, positive talk, all of that, as much as it seems so cheesy, it helps people.
Yeah, it does.
You know, positive reinforcement. I'm more of a positive reinforcement, show you what you're doing well, and then let's talk about what you can work on. And I never say what you're doing wrong, room for opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good way to put it.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Yes, it's your turn.
Talk about you guys. Okay. So for Michael, I did, I kind of did slashes because I felt like... So I put talented and inspiring.
Aw.
Because you're so talented with so many things. I'm like, it's crazy. Like, you're just good at so many things. And then you're interested in so many things, too. So I think it's very inspiring when I hear you're talking about, oh, I'm going to take music lessons. Or, you know, I want to learn how to write music. Or I want to act. I think just knowing that you're exploring all your interests, which I was just talking about, how that's one of my struggles is finding something I'm, like, really passionate about.
Right.
And I feel like you're passionate about so many things and it's inspiring. I'm like, I can go be passionate about a lot of things. It doesn't have to be one thing. I can be I can be inspiring. Like I can be inspired and do something for however long I'm inspired.
Yeah.
And so I really love that about you. And I've always thought you were obviously uber talented.
Thank you so much.
Yes. I mean, obviously I've seen him in quite a bit of plays. So I already knew you were really talented. I always said Michael was going to be my friend. Like one day he's going to be famous. And I'm like, I know him.
I knew him when.
Hey, yes.
Thank you, Janice.
And then this is from childhood. He's always been this very understanding and kind. He's very, very kind. Like from the moment I met Michael, and I've known him since I was 10, he's just been the nicest person.
Thank you.
Just the nicest person and human. Always welcoming to whoever, understanding, you're not super judgmental with people. Even if like you don't agree with them, you're not going to be like, you're disgusting. I hate you. Get away from me. You're more like, I don't love that.
Yeah.
But, that's wrong. But you're just kind.
Thank you. It's
Very
sweet.
kind. You've always been one of the sweetest people I've known.
Thank you, Janice.
Absolutely.
It's very sweet.
And that's one of the reasons I've always wanted to make sure we stayed in touch.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're just
two peas in a pod.
a great soul.
Oh,
Like,
thank you.
you just always have I love you.
I love you too. That's really sweet.
Yeah, as far as like
getting
the friends that Janice has had since like elementary school, the one person me and my mom have always said, "How's so and so doing?" It's always Michael.
Aw.
Like other friends, they've come and gone, but Michael, it was just like
cut him off.
Every once in a while, we're just like, "Hey, have you by chance talked to Michael recently? How's he doing?"
And I'm like, actually, I just talked to him last week.
Yeah. Is the one person like, yeah, we actually like updates about Michael.
That's awesome.
And
That
then
makes me feel
Michael's
good.
also like the friend, like I can go a long time without talking to him. When we talk, it's like
no time is left.
riding a bike.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Jillian, my sissy, my big sis. So first word is smart.
Yeah.
Jillian's
Totally.
But I always say it. You're one of the smartest people I know.
Yeah.
Just I don't even know where she holds all the information. I honestly don't. I'm like, I aspire to be like Jillian in the sense that I'd be shooting off random facts, but I don't know if they're all true.
Right.
I just be saying shit and I say it with conviction, but I don't know if it's true. Jillian should be true. So it's harder to argue with her, which is probably why I shut down when I argue with her, or I argue with her differently than I argue with other people, because I can't fact check her.
Yeah.
Because she's gonna be like, yeah, it's right here. I'm like, oh damn, yeah, shit, okay,
Yeah, because it was a couple
Because if
weeks.
Jillian says a fact, I know it's true. If I say a fact, you should fact check it.
It was funny because I don't know what it was. It was us. We're at our cousin's house. And we were talking about lunch breaks, and it's only because I've been told this and I've actually gone and looked it up. But there's no federal laws or state laws that requires your employer to give you a lunch or break.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No matter how many hours you work. And
I'm
so
about to argue with her
it's
now.
not mandated. And so my cousin Craig pulled it up and they're like, no, it's not. It's required. I'm like, no, those employers give it to you because that's their policy. But there's no law to be like, they didn't give me a break. I can't go report them to anything. No.
Not the labor board?
No.
What about that big sheet that they have and that they have to post in like...
So that's like an OSHA thing. That's like a...
OSHA's
that's
for
different.
manufacturing. That's different.
So that's like they mandate like as far as your hourly pay and overtime and stuff like that, but they do not mandate breaks and lunches.
Okay, maybe not the government, but the state level...
Wow.
No.
We just looked. Well, the only
We looked it up.
about to get an argument.
My cousin Craig looked it up. And he goes, "Jillian's right." And I was just like, "I told you."
But we just looked it up at work. We just looked it up at work. You have to give them a 30-minute lunch if they have a 5-hour shift.
That there's no agency that can enforce. So if they don't give you a lunch, so if your business, let's say your company, there's no one to report it to because there's no state law or labor law or federal law that mandates that they give you a certain break over a certain if you work X amount of time.
This is the one where I'm like, I don't think that's right.
So I didn't know that.
But
yeah, and I didn't know that either until somebody brought it up at work, and our manager was like, "Yeah, that's not real," and I'm like,
let me look this up.
And sure enough, yeah, when I pulled it up on Google.
So you were trying to challenge him and you're like, damn.
No, it wasn't me that was challenging the manager. Is like, because what would happen is that if we had a large call volume, they would cancel our lunches. They would order lunch for us, but they would cancel our lunches so we didn't have a lunch break. And somebody was complaining. I'm like, this can't be real. You can't do this. I've worked X amount of hours. And the manager was like, no, we don't have to give you a lunch. And
Wow.
I'm just like, wait a minute, hold up. Googled it, and I'm just like,
First
yeah.
of
so
all,
bizarre.
even though I'm pretty sure he signed something saying that he's supposed to get a lunch, but whatever.
It really, honestly, it's come down to company policy. So, like, I work an 8-hour shift, so I get an hour lunch and 2 15-minute breaks.
That's the standard, right? Like,
But then my mom has worked 12-hour shift, and they're like, she says like,
She gets a 30-minute
lunch.
holy.
I do know
moly.
they give them 30
A 30-minute lunch.
Holy moly.
And I'm just like, it comes down to the company.
That's insane.
Yeah.
There's got to be some laws, but
Yeah.
it's fine. I'm
No,
gonna,
I
I'm gonna
looked it
move
up.
on. I ain't got time. I'm over here. I'm gonna turn around and drive myself crazy.
Yeah.
I'm talking about she's smart and
That's
wrong, Jillian.
Yeah. It just really comes down to experience. I think a lot of it is experience. Like I said, that wasn't the reason why I knew that is through my work experience.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily is information I went and
You
saw.
you just keep information.
You're very curious.
You file it away. You put it in like a Rolodex in your brain.
Yeah.
do.
You like to learn.
I'm just like, when this pops up again, okay,
Yeah, because I always like see stuff and I'm like, when do you remember that? And then I don't remember it.
Yeah,
moving forward.
I'm the same way.
So I'm just like, I know I'm smart, but Jillian's smarter.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely hold it in the Rolodex for sure.
That's great.
Okay, and then my other one for Jillian, and it's very similar to yours, is nurturing. Jillian's like so nurturing. Like even like when we talk about like when like we would babysit kids or our cousins and things, I'm like, everybody always wants Jillian because she's way more nurturing than me. I'm gonna be fun.
We gonna have a good time.
But I'm definitely gonna be like, go to bed.
Yeah.
Bye.
At 8:00.
See you later. Chuck. Jillian's like, let's watch a movie. You want some popcorn? Let's have a night. You know, like
I try to make it fun.
Yeah, Jillian's super nerd. And then obviously, you know, just in general, as my sister, she's always been very, very protective of me. Very much like my sister. She's like my keeper for sure. Like she's always the things we've gone through in our lives and with family members and things like that. Jillian's always come to my defense. And I mean, she's my ride or die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's your rock.
I think
She's my rock.
we've been that for each other because, like I said, when it comes to our childhood, there isn't anyone else who I can say I share a understanding and the same exact experience. We may have dealt with the differently how we chose to deal with the stuff, but I'm just like, when I don't have to say anything, she's like, I know exactly how you feel. Or when I'm remembering certain things that happen, like, no, Jillian, you're not tripping, that 100% happened.
People are telling you like, no, that's not how I went. I'm like, no, Jillian's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I went down.
Yeah, it's nice to have that person that was just like, okay, so because of course when
we just have each other's back.
We were going through those difficult times, we were may not necessarily go to the adults in our lives, but we would at least come to each other and be like, I don't like this.
Yeah. Laying in bed at night and
trying to figure out, okay, how are we gonna make it through this situation
this next day.
Right.
Yeah, we used to do that. Like, because some parts were just
we're just
not fun.
It was just not fun, and we're just like, it's okay. We have each other. We'll make it through.
We can just play this all day tomorrow.
We can do this, and
we can watch this, and
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really special.
We definitely, we'll
been
have
through some stuff.
We have a bond that, I mean, I'm sure most sisters do, but I do feel like the things that me and Jillian have gone through together have definitely shaped our relationship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's really great to hear. I love that.
Love you, Jill.
I love you too.
We are so gushy today.
I know,
oh my God.
It's not even Valentine's Day.
I know. F Valentine's Day. I hate Valentine's Day. Like, ugh, screw that holiday. As soon as I would see those hearts and stuff popping up, I'm like, ugh. All right.
I actually love Valentine's Day. And I've always been single on it, but I love eating the candy.
So Halloween.
So Halloween, yeah.
It's like, you can have candy whenever you're
That's
an adult.
true.
You're an adult. So you can have
whenever
candy.
I want it, I can get
You
it.
can have whatever you like.
That's true.
But anyways, guys.
We should do that, like, because ever since I was a kid, I'm just like doing the Valentine's Day card we did when we were kids. I'm like, I don't do those anymore. I should. Why don't we do that as adults to each other?
We should.
Not necessarily your romantic partner.
I
as
used
friends,
to absolutely love that.
Me too.
When you would get the little cards and then
In
get
your-
the
in your
candy, and then
bag.
you would write your little like to John from Janice, Happy Valentine's Day, and it would be like a little card. And I used to always
Yeah.
pick out, you know, is it Lisa Frank? Is it going to be The Simpsons?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my God,
Those
those are so cute.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I wish we did that more as adults.
I remember,
Yeah.
trying to like pick out the perfect one. One's gonna be funny. I would like look at the back to see what some of them say.
Yeah.
Then certain ones you want to get to like the boy you think is cute.
Yeah. I remember very well.
God,
Those
it's
were
so true. And then mommy would always get it late and be like, they only had like Care Bears.
At CVS.
Yeah, like, 'cause, you know, my mom she was single working
Right.
mom. So sometimes, and then I wasn't a very good communicator. So sometimes I'm supposed to have cards tomorrow. Can we go to the store?
Damn.
She's like, oh, Janice, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So anyway, this was a kind of a breakout episode from the last one, really. We wanted to
Get to
give
know
a
us better.
positive note coming from last week. And I think it's something, you know, you guys as listeners should do with people you love. Like, just let's talk about things that we like about each other, or, you know, things that we feel like describe each other in a positive way, right? Because I'm pretty sure Michael and Angeline could come up with 2 things that they think are negative about me. Right, all of us can. So I'm just saying, like, just stay positive, right? And you know, celebrate the wins of your people around you, and encourage them and uplift them. So we wanted that episode to be about this.
I think it's important to say while you still can. While you never know
Yeah.
what's going to happen. So it's tell
Yeah.
people you love them, share your feelings for them, even if it makes you uncomfortable and or vulnerable. Like you said earlier, you don't like receiving that, you know, the compliments.
It's harder for me.
I get it. I totally get it. But I encourage us all to work on that.
Which is so funny because I am like a life of a party type of person, but I don't like the attention to really technically be on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we were all like, Janice, you're
Yeah,
this.
like everybody in the room, like, ooh.
Yeah.
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 You're just
But-
one of many. Yeah.
Yeah, but I in general don't mind being the person in the front. I just don't necessarily want it to be about me.
Totally.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
understand.
Totally understand.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, Jillian, do you have any final thoughts about what we today?
No. Yeah. I'm good.
Positive vibes.
All positive vibes.
All right,
Yeah.
guys.
I like this.
Yeah.
It's nice to hear what other people view you. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not argue.
Yes.
Take a little break. We'll be back next week with arguments, guys.
For real.
All right, guys. We're going to get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your week. Bye.
Bye.
And that's a wrap on the latest episode of Let Me Finish. Thank you guys for joining us for another week and listening to the latest episode. Don't forget, go like, share, and subscribe on your favorite platforms. And you guys can also follow us and see us on different platforms. I am on Instagram, and that's going to be Uniquely Janice. And then I'll also be on TikTok, Janice H, GENICEH. Michael, where can they find you?
I'm only on Instagram, and it's Kasra Salimi. And by Kasra Salimi, I mean Kasra Writes, because I changed it and I just forgot. So it's KASRA Writes, WRITES.
Yes. Jillian, where can we find you?
Instagram as well, and it's New Jillian Who Dis.
New Jillian Who Dis. All right. Well, we will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.